right, we'll call the Blackhawk County Board of Supervisors meeting to order. Mr. Veeder, roll call vote, please.
Leyland,
Here.
Little,
Here.
Schwartz,
Here.
White,
Here.
Trelka.
Here. We'll have a moment of silence to reflect upon our actions. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
A motion to receive the agenda as proposed or amended.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
It is approved. Public comments. Do we have anybody that would like to provide public comments? It doesn't appear anybody's in the boardroom. Do we have anybody online or on Zoom? Claims and payments, Mr. Perry.
The total expenditures this week, $137,329.38. The larger departments, jail commissary, $12,032. Medical examiner, $17,985. Maintenance, $41,570. And finally, the sheriff's department, $37,753. Everything looked normal.
All right, there's a resolution that the Board of Supervisors approve expenditures and that the county auditor be authorized and directed to issue checks against the various settlements of such claims as allowed.
Motion to approve.
Second. Mr. Veeder, roll call vote, please.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Trelka.
Yes. Project updates from department heads and or elected officials. Kathy?
Good morning, Board. Kathy Nicholas, County Engineer.
Morning.
The paved road system, the roads are improving. We do have trucks outstanding, some intersections, some icy areas this morning, and then the graders are also out this morning. And there's no work going on our ongoing projects, Cedar Wapsie River Bridge replacement, and then the Grundy Road project is too cold to be doing any work. Can I answer any questions at this time?
Kathy, I've asked this before. Don't we have some room that we could store those trucks rather than sitting over there? That's hard on them during the winter. I noticed they were over there jump starting most of them yesterday. That's a pretty good sign that they're not being treated well or not being taken care of.
So we have been, two of our inspectors have been going out every day up until last week in particular. They'd been going out every day to go up to Cedar Wapsie, the River Bridge replacement project. We do have an inspector going out now to the Grundy Road project, so it is handy to have one or two of the trucks sitting this close to the courthouse. We do have limited space out at Longfellow in the large cold storage buildings. We have taken several of them over there for a few months, but we can look further at that, into
Thank you.
that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy.
Kathy, you attended the Farm Bureau meeting last night. Were there any concerns or questions that came particularly regarding roads and bridges?
I put together a handout that outlined our projects for the upcoming construction season with a description and some costs and scope of work, as well as the Grundy Road project and then the Cedar River Bridge replacement. I answered various questions. I talked a little bit about our subdraining, soil stabilization projects, just some general questions about the state of the roads and what some of our projects would be in the next 5 years. There weren't too many questions that I couldn't answer, so it was just a general overview of what we've been doing, we'll be doing this summer in particular.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other department heads?
Good morning, Board. This is Yolando at Blackhawk County Veterans Affairs Director. I just wanted to kind of give you a synopsis of what we discussed last week at our Veterans Commission meeting. In particular, loads of concern about the weather and with our veterans out there. So hopefully we don't have any veterans walking the streets and things of that nature. But to get back to our meeting, we are still streamlining our strategic advisory committee. There's 3 lines of engagement that there are the committee that is formed to develop that, to oversee what we do here in our office. They're looking at one of the lines of engagement is outreach and informing. The second one was benefits and customer service, and the third is administrative and budgeting. So with those 3 lines of engagements, they're gonna formulate a plan, and it'll be a way of how we measure our performance here at Blackhawk County Veterans Affairs. And I look forward to that because it should be something that's in place so that when Yolando's giving up his last day here at the office, that it could be passed down to another, and it's something where they can measure the performance of not just the director but the staff itself and the service that we provide here to our veterans in Blackhawk County. A couple of things, keynotes. I sent out the slides to you, so you should have them. We recognized Charles Dutcher. He's 75 years old. He's our hidden hero. Our hidden hero of the month. He's a Silver Star, Bronze Star, and a Purple Heart recipient from Vietnam. He was a medic. The veterans that have come in our office, look at the ones who we have serviced, and then try to recognize those, and we'll continue to do that month to month. A couple other things that I wanted to bring up to you. Budgeting. We're about 5 months left in this budget, and I just kind of wanted to touch base with you, just a brief snatch of what we call our big 5, our funeral expenses. We're about 28% used in that. Our shelter, we're at 11% used in our budget. Our utilities, we're at 18%. Our transportation, that's 36%, and then our grave markers are about 16% of our budget. So with 5 months remaining, you can see that we have been challenged and using our budget, but we have been streamlining, being conservative in that way, and with the challenges of COVID, we just have not been able to haven't provided the services that we've done in the past to veterans, but we are still there, letting veterans be aware that we're here to support them in that standpoint to help them out with that. A couple other things that was come up to note was there was a total of 43,000 veterans in the state of Iowa who's receiving benefits and compensation from the VA. That's about $53 million that those veterans bring into the state of Iowa. And then we looked at how is it affecting Blackhawk County when we talk about revenue. We have the 5th largest veteran population in the state out of the 99 counties. We're behind Polk, Lynn, Scott, and Powena, that is. And so we have 1,477 veterans in the Blackhawk County area who are receiving compensation monthly. And in that monthly bill, totality is up to $2 million. And then with the dependents receiving pensions and various things that are also associated with benefits, not just for the veteran, but also for the widows. So we're averaging about, for the month of December alone, coming in from the veterans and the widows that are receiving pensions, is about $2.4 million for the month of December. And they fluctuate month to month depending on the amount of deaths that we've had or the amount of new claims that we do. And so that's the reason why we're driving force, because we see the critical input that we can have towards the county if we do our job and do it proficient. And to recognize the veterans who need to come into our office and see what benefits they may be entitled to. I keep mentioning that because not all veterans are entitled to benefits, but for the ones who are, mainly our Vietnam veterans with exposure to Agent Orange, that is our big factor. And then I was telling the commission that my biggest challenge is our Vietnam veterans who work at John Deere's. Recently with the COVID-19 vaccine, we've had an uptick in walk-ins from those particular era because they're the ones that are over 75 and above. And they were concerned about how do they get notification of the vaccine for our VA that participates through our VA system. And a lot of them were just, I had conversations with them, being that they're the first time in, and a good challenge is that our Vietnam veterans who worked at John Deere's. They pretty much developed a lot of wealth. They have a pension, they have good insurance, and so they didn't need the VA in that standpoint. And so we have to figure out how to still reach them so we can get a lot of them in, but that's been our challenge. Another challenge with the vaccine for our veterans is that Iowa City has done a vaccine clinic. They are doing it here now in Waterloo. They are doing it on Wednesdays only here at the Waterloo Clinic, but they're only doing about 20 at a time right now. And the veteran has to be already enrolled in VA healthcare in order to get that notification. But they are looking at the 75 and older, trying to regionalize it and trying to increase that as we go forward with that. Hopefully, with the more vaccines coming out, the more amount that they can increase, the more veterans that they can vaccinate. The good thing is the veterans have 2 shots at it. Either they can get it from their local doctor through either CVS or Walgreens or their doctor themselves, or they can get it through the VA. So it's a good thing for our veterans in that standpoint. Other than that's it. I'm pretty much standing by to address any questions or concerns. We're still pushing forward. Again, I'm concerned. I'm glad the warming center's up. Just concerned about people walking in this cold weather.
Any questions for Yolando? Any other department heads?
Lisa would like to speak.
Nafisa.
Yes, good morning, board. I will read off my talking points because we have so many things going on. So this past week has been really busy. We've had constant changes with some of our allocation, but the good news is that Black Hawk County is going to be receiving, I believe, according to the state, 1950 doses of Pfizer per week for the rest of the month. But in order for us to receive that, we do have to make sure that we are meeting our performance measure of 80%. So I'm asking the healthcare systems to vaccinate as fast and as much as they can, because if we don't meet our 80% performance measure, the state has indicated that the vaccines may be reallocated elsewhere or for other vaccination efforts. And so that's also what they're communicating to all local public health. It's just not us, it's just the measures that they're using. So last week, Friday, we received 1950 doses of Pfizer, and we will, according to the state, we will only be getting Pfizer for the rest of the month of February. So we're working with our healthcare systems. Again, they've requested to be the ones to make the scheduling appointments. I think it allows for more control in terms of the amount of people that they're getting vaccinated. In addition to that, part of the allocation we are received will also go to our essential workforce. So we're looking at getting also the schools vaccinated, especially in the month of February. That's one of the areas that we're prioritizing. So we're working closely with Mercy One Unity Point People's Community Clinic. As of the moment, we have limited capacity because Pfizer, in terms of its storage capacity, not everybody has the ability to store Pfizer, which was very different from Moderna. So we're working with our systems to ensure that we get the 65 and older vaccinated and also the essential workforce. These systems are currently contacting patients to arrange appointments as vaccines become available, and they ask that patients please do not call to schedule their appointments or walk in to request a vaccine. So for those, again, that are 65 and older that have with the healthcare system, I ask that they call the health department. We have started to gather a list of people that do not have a provider. So it's not a list. I know that there's a lot of assumptions out there that there's a list of that one can put themselves on for vaccination. Those that don't have a healthcare provider, so we ensure also that they get vaccinated as well. So they can call the health department again at 319-292-2360. As members of the community are contacted to schedule appointments, we also have emphasized via social media, also through KWWL and other media outlets to be very mindful of potential scammers. We know that the elderly population might be easy targets for them, but as a general fast clicking link when they receive emails that the health indicated that they will never ask for a credit card number. So in addition to that, we've also had some of the allocation for both CVS and Walgreens for the long-term care partnership. I've heard that those really they fill very quickly. So that's also a limited, there's limited numbers of slots, and I'm pretty sure those slots have already been taken, have already been taken. Also, the IDPH has announced the retail pharmacy partnership will most likely be activated this week. I do believe that it's a soft launch. I don't think the pharmacies will have as much vaccines for people to just immediately have slots. Again, that will be limited, and we will provide updates as we hear more. So on our website at blackhawkcovid19, also have launched what we call a Notify Me Lister. So that is for people to sign up to be able to receive updates from us. We have also our business survey, which I'll also share with the department heads, so that they know also how to fill the survey for current employees here in Blackhawk County. So for right now, that's the update we have for vaccines. We do ask people to continue to wear their masks, to continue to physically distance, and wash their hands frequently. So any questions that you have for me?
Any questions? Thank you, Dr. Nbonye. Any additional department heads? Elected officials? A motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Aye.
Opposed? The minutes are approved. We do have a hearing coming up later in the meeting. It is in regard to the proposed adoption of a resolution establishing a total maximum property tax. Right now, we'll move on to item 7, the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Veeder, roll call vote, please.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
Trelka,
Yes. Item 8A, a motion to direct the county auditor to advertise for a public hearing bid opening to be held at 9:05 a.m. on March 2nd, 2021, in Boardroom 201 of the Black Hawk County Courthouse, 316 East 5th Street, Waterloo, Iowa, on the proposed fiscal year 21 guardrail project LFM-6000-7X-07 in various locations throughout Black Hawk County. It has been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
I'm sorry, who moved it?
Tom.
Tom.
All right, thank you.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It is passed. 8B, a resolution that the contract between Black Hawk County and Aspro Incorporated, Waterloo, Iowa, letting held January 20th, 2021 at 10 a.m. for project STBG-SWAP-C007 163-FG-07 for hot mix asphalt resurfacing Golden Place recycling on Dunkerton Road, C66, from Highway 63 east 4 miles to Elk Run Road, B43, with a total bid of $1,526,812.19. Late start date July 26, 2021. Working days 35. Liquidated damages $1,000 per day. Be awarded and direct the chair to sign resolution authorizing the county engineer to sign the contract and receive and place on file the contractor's bond and certificate of insurance as recommended by Catherine Nicholas, county engineer. It has been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Veeder, roll call vote, please.
Schwartz,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Trelka.
Yes.
Thank you.
Item 8C, a motion that the 2020 Blackhawk County wage listing be received and placed on file and to direct the county auditor to publish in the Waterloo Courier.
So moved.
Second.
Questions, comments? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed?
Aye. Aye.
Those are all ayes.
Yeah.
Okay. It has been approved. 8D, a motion that the Iowa Individual Health Benefit Reinsurance Program 2020 Annual Reporting Form be approved and the chair to sign for same as recommended by Tim Jamison, Systems Real Estate Tax Manager.
So moved.
Second.
Comments? Questions? All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? It passes. Item 8E, the 9:05 a.m. hearing on the proposed adoption of a resolution establishing the total maximum property tax dollars that may be certified for levy for general county services and total maximum property tax dollars that may be certified for levy for rural county services.
Motion to open the public hearing on the fiscal year 22 budget proposed.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
All those opposed? None.
Motion to receive and place on file proof of publication.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. All those opposed?
Motion to close the hearing after all written comments are received and placed on file.
Second.
James?
Good morning. As you may remember, last year is the first year that this extra step has had to take place. This hearing is really the hearing before the official hearing. This is in an effort for transparency to have us set a maximum property tax dollar levy for both our general fund as well as our rural. And I'm going to share my screen to let you know exactly what we had published here. And I think Kim can help me by moving that. So again, you'll see that for our requested tax dollars for the general basic and general supplemental, they come to a total of 1.77% increase, whereas our requested property tax dollars for rural services is a 1.94% decrease. Again, these are not the ones that are going to be officially certified, but they are the absolute maximum. So we can and we will lower this dollar amount, but we cannot go above it. And I'm open for any questions.
And we're on, our projected path is much, much lower.
Absolutely. Yep.
Any other questions for James? Any other comments? All right, now there's a resolution, all those in favor of closing the hearing, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The hearing is closed. Resolution that the maximum property tax dollars for general county services and rural county services for fiscal year 2022 shall not exceed the following. General county services, $3,175,850. Rural county services, $3,194,619. The maximum property tax dollars requested in either general county services or rural county services for fiscal year 2022 does not represent an increase greater than 102% from the maximum property tax dollars requested for fiscal year 2021. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mr. Veeder, any discussion? Mr. Veeder, roll call vote, please.
White,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Trelka,
Yes. Item 8F, a motion to direct the finance director to advertise for a public hearing on the proposed Blackhawk County budget for the fiscal year 2021 to 2022 to be held on February 23rd at 9:05 a.m. in boardroom 201 of the Blackhawk County Courthouse, Waterloo, Iowa. It has been moved by Mr. Little, seconded by Mr. White. Any discussion?
The only thing on this one is, this is, now that we have established the maximum property tax dollars, now we can hold the official hearing for the official property tax dollars, and this is going to be the meeting where I will present the entire budget, the levy rates, trends, and really kind of do the whole gambit. So February 23rd.
Any other comments?
Thank you, James.
Yes, sir.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? The motion passes. Item 8G, discussion on county preparedness and possible updates for COVID-19. Rory?
Good morning, Board. Rory Giving, Maintenance Superintendent. Just wanted to clear up some confusion on the availability of masks here at the courthouse particularly. If you recall, a few weeks back, the board had made a decision to continue to make masks available, but to not have them set out visibly to the public. They'd just be located within the closet down there at the security guard station. It had been made aware to me that a few people have been told to come down to our office to get masks, and so we did clear that up. So I just wanted to share that with the board. That we do have masks available. They're in the closet right next to where the guards are located.
And the guards are all well aware that they should be
Yes.
getting
Yeah.
into that if they.
Why would they want him to go down to your office anyway?
I don't know if
That's-
there's miscommunication or what, but yeah, it would make no sense to have somebody walk through the building to go grab a mask.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And board, we do have a mask policy for county facilities. I just wonder as we proceed in the future what our threshold is going to be where we don't. That may be months away, but I think it's something we should probably start considering. If it's based on the amount of vaccinations, based on the amount of cases, and it's obviously a good issue to get input from the health department, but I hope 5 years from now I don't have to be sitting here with a mask on.
Me too. I
Most
think we
definitely.
certainly got plenty of
Yeah.
time probably before we.
I think it'll be probably, just an estimation, but I bet it's later than this summer that we will still be wearing them due to the fact of the slowness of the states getting the shots allocated to this area, let alone the state.
I just wanted to bring that up so we can consider it in the future. What is our threshold going to be?
They're still encouraging, if you get the vaccine, to still wear a mask.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It certainly helps in the cold weather.
Yeah.
I'm that guy driving my truck with my mask on.
Well, as long as it's on the agenda, we certainly have the ability to discuss it too weekly if there's something we want to bring up.
And I think it's a good reminder for the public that if you do want to conduct business in the courthouse, you need to wear a mask. Item number 9, any reports or information from the board?
I'll just share a brief update about the warming center operations. This last weekend, due to the extreme temperatures, we were able to, with the help of volunteers and our peer support, keep it open from Friday evening until Monday morning, so folks didn't have to venture out in the most extreme. We're working on the same plan for this coming weekend. Just remind folks that resource exists for anybody that is housing insecure. It's over there on West 4th Street, the old Hawkeye Metro Center. And that there's also the daytime option of the Cedar Valley Hospitality
Chris, how
House,
many people utilize
which runs
it?
from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And so, I'm sorry, what's that?
I said, Chris, do you know how many people were able to utilize the center this weekend or last weekend?
I'll have to double check. I can get that number back to everybody.
Oh, well, thank you. That's just curious. Thank you.
Tom?
Oh, I'm good.
All right, a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye?
All right.
Anybody opposed? No, we are adjourned.